let's keep it in baseball here because Aaron Judge, he hit 62 homers last year, in case you forgot. He signed a $360 million deal and was named captain. Now, guys, the Yankees, they haven't named a captain since Derek Jeter retired back in 2014. So you take a look there at the former captains. It's very rare that they appoint guys to put a big C on their jersey there. Do you agree with how rarely they do this?
I'm going to speak from my personal perspective because I was a captain at The Ohio State University. I think it's a prestigious honor. It's one of the more recognizable brands around college athletics, just like the Yankees is maybe the most prominent brand in sports. You can make the argument that they are. And when you have history and tradition and prominence, you don't just let anybody become a captain. You have a responsibility to your teammates, to your coaching staff, to the fans, to yourself, to make sure that you're a proper representative as a leader, as a player, etc. So if I'm the Yankees and I'm looking around the clubhouse and I don't see a guy that really fits exactly what needs to go on, I'm not just going to slap a C on their chest just because. We're starting to see a little bit of that go on today, and I'll use my alma mater as an example. Some years I look around, they elected 7 captains. How the hell am I supposed to look at that as a player and say that I can watch all of those 7 guys, I know exactly which guy to take the lead from at which time? As a former player, how do I look at that and say, okay, like we had to really bust it to become a captain. Now all of a sudden they got a lot of guys out here. So to me, the Yankees understand what this means. Being a captain is not for everybody. You really have to be cut from a different cloth, and I love the way that they do it.
Or worse than the multiple captain, the rotating captain. Because it's like, no, so every week I got to look to a different person for the leadership in this room. The leadership committee. Another thing, it's like, what is that?
The task force?
The task force. The
That's
leadership.
the problem with today.
The task force today. But I think with the way the Yankees do it, if you looked at the graph that we had up there was 40 years between Lou Gehrig, one of the giants in the sport of baseball, and Thurman Munson, who many consider to be one of the best leaders in baseball before his passing. Then you have guys like Don Mattingly, Derek Jeter, Greg Nettles, Willie Randolph. Like these are like names were like. I think the fact that this is the New York Yankees, I do think that matters here, where they're saying, hey, everybody can't just be the captain of the New York Yankees.
And not everybody can be the Yankees.
Exactly.
Well, and I mean, the Yankees, they have had a lot of good players over the years and on that team, but you would assume that, you know, the best player would be the captain, but you could have all the talent, but that doesn't mean that you're a good leader. So I respect the fact that they don't take it lightly and that they, you know, wait until the proper time to appoint somebody the captain of their team.
And this talent versus leadership thing, I'm really glad you brought it up because in an ideal world, your most talented, best players are also going to be your best leaders. But in many situations, that does not occur. And you don't have to put a C on somebody's chest just because they're one of the great players. If they're not a leader, they're not a leader. And you can make that clear to your organization because that sets a standard.